Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of Children's Church Story Share. This week we are going to be hearing from Judy Deal's grandsons Sawyer and Benjamin as they read the book The Rabbit Listened by Corey Dorfeld. I hope you enjoy.
Hi, my name is Sawyer Crater.
And my name is Benjamin Crater. Today we're going to read The Rabbit Listened by Corey Dorfeld. One day, Taylor decided to build something new, something special.
Something amazing.
Taylor was so proud. But then,
Out of nowhere,
things came crashing down. The chicken was the first to notice.
Cluck, cluck.
What a shame. I'm so sorry. This happened. Let's talk about it.
Cluck, cluck.
But Taylor didn't feel like talking.
So the chicken left.
Next came the bear. How horrible. I bet you feel so angry. Let's shout about it. But Taylor didn't feel like shouting, so the bear laughed. The elephant knew just what to do. Trump-da, I can fix this. We just need to remember exactly the way things were. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering, so the elephant left. One by one, the hyena. Hee, let's laugh about it. The ostrich. Gulp. Let's hide and pretend nothing happened. The kangaroo. Tisk, tisk. What a mess. Let's throw it all away. And the snake. Let's go knock someone else's. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody, so eventually they all left. Until Taylor was alone. In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice
The
rabbit. But it moved closer
and closer
until Taylor could feel its warm body. Together they sat in silence until Taylor said, "Please stay with me." The rabbit listened. The rabbit listened as Taylor talked. The rabbit listened as Taylor shouted. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered and laughed. The rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to hide, to throw everything away, to ruin things for someone else. Through it all, the rabbit never left. And when the time was right, the rabbit listened to Taylor's plans to build it again. "I can't wait," said Taylor.
It can be amazing.
The end.
What a wonderful story. Thank you for reading it, Benjamin and Sawyer. I love a good story about listening. Isn't it just a wonderful feeling when you find someone, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your family, that they just sit down and they listen? Too often, a lot of us, myself included, we want to fix things. We want to make it better. We want to either make it right or we want to ignore it. We want to have a solution for something. And while we mean well, sometimes that's not what that person needs. What they need is someone to sit with them, to listen to them, to just hear them and let them process their sadness, their anger, their frustration, even their happiness on their own time. That's a really, really special gift to have. We see Jesus listening to a lot of people in our New Testament writings that don't often get listened to. We have the woman at the well, and we have even all of his disciples that followed him. These were people who had kind of had been pushed out of society or left it and kind of found themselves on the outside. Not many people would really listen to these people. They would maybe look down their noses at them, right? Or judge them. But Jesus didn't judge them. Jesus found them. He went out and listened, heard them. He did help them a lot of the time, but never without listening first. That's an important thing for us to remember. It also reminds me in our Hebrew scriptures, the story of Job. You guys are probably familiar with Job on some level, but it's a book in our Hebrew scripture about a man who loses everything. It's devastating. And he has 3 friends, and they all come to be with him and to try and help explain to him maybe why these things happened or how to fix them, how to make them better. But one by one, as they try to tell Job why what happened to him, maybe he did something badly and so this is what he deserved, or maybe he wasn't good enough at praying or being holy. These things didn't help Job at all. They made him feel worse. They made him feel angrier. They made him feel more sad. They were not listening. They were trying to fix it, but they weren't listening and hearing that Job just needed someone to be there. And at the very, very beginning, before they start to explain, they all, in the scriptures, it says that they all go to Job in the midst of his deep, deep, deep pain, and they sit with him, and no one says anything. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. So the next time maybe we find ourselves in a position where we're hurting a little bit or a lot, or someone we know is hurting a little bit or a lot, let's remember this story. Let's be like the rabbit. Let's go near to them and offer to listen, not to fix, but to listen. And if someone comes to us and they are trying to fix, maybe we can say, hey, thank you for trying to help. But right now, what would be really helpful is if you just listened or if you sat with me. These are really, really special and holy practices. They help us be with one another without trying to fix it and move on. And Lord knows we need a lot of listening ears these days. There's a lot of suffering out there right now. And listening could just be something that helps us get through that. So let's all be listening ears this week and through the rest of 2021. Be well, friends. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.